faithful, please welcome your 2025 San Francisco 49ers.
Ryan Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Moore with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're led out by the fourth-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
From Mr. Irrelevant just 3 years ago to one of the highest-paid quarterbacks in the NFL, Brock Purdy has just been the model of competitive grit. And Kate, these 49ers just feed off of it. Is he the most talented? No, but he plays with tremendous heart, and his teammates follow him.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. No one's around him. He's got space. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's another 49er.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
On the counter, McCaffrey. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on second down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, well, it went right through.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Set to return, it's Chuba Hubbard. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they're brought out by someone still trying to live up to that #1 pick status from the 2023 draft. Now in his 3rd season from the University of Alabama, it's Bryce Young.
What a tumultuous start to Bryce Young's career. The former #1 pick has about seen it all, Kate, in the NFL. And it's not how you start, it's how you finish. At least that's what he and the Carolina Panthers got to believe, because the finish to last season was his best football yet. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
This is Dowdle on second down. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
That's good for a Panthers first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Panthers.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
From the pistol, it's Young. Brought in. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on second down. From the gun, a run for Dowdle. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
On the counter, Dowdle. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's second and 11. On the ground again with Dowdle. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Isaac Gorindo to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an All-Pro, you stick someone like that.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. They stick with McCaffrey. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to it. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
Gosh, how frustrating that must be, not just for him, but really the entire offense and the coaches, to see that kind of effort, to break a tackle on a run, and it still ends in a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's going to be third and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Down he goes. The Panthers got him. And they come up big on third down there with the set.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
On fourth down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. Panthers with Trevor Etienne deep to return. He's got this at the 27, and he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their second drive. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, it's Young. Pass brought in by Tataroa McMillan. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
And the Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, Young. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be second down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
and I look at it through those optics so much, but it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
On third down, it's Young. Caught inbounds downfield. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Line it left side, Dowdle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
29-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Sending a receiver left. Young working from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw, and that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
3rd and long for him here. That's McMillan with the catch out left. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Shotgun give now to Dowdle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. This is Legette working the left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 29-yard attempt.
Fitzgerald sends this through and add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
For Carolina.
Moore with a return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
From the gun is Purdy. Completes it downfield to Pearsall. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. That goes for 36 yards. And that's a 49er first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
I got him, man. I got him. He's mine.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. They get 13 on the pickup, and it brings up a San Francisco first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
From the red zone now. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
McCaffrey goes up and over for the touchdown. The 49ers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers tie things 10-10. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Hubbard with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Panthers set to take the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Here's Young on 1st and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Pulled in by Tommy Tremble. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10. Here's a run to Dowdle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. Young throwing here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
7 yards. And it's 4th down.
And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's 10-all on the scoreboard. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. Teams getting out there and ready to resume play. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Purdy to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Pass brought in by Jennings. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down, ball at the 36. Pressure comes, Purdy. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. That's one he knows he should have had. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Back to the air on 2nd, Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Purdy will sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And the 49er first down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On the toss, it's McCaffrey. He's going to have about 2. It's 2nd down now.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Motioning one of the tight ends. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. QB sneak coming. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another 49er first down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On second down, Robinson. Now he's past the 25. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Purdy on first down. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they're not going to give him an inch on this second down play. Good job containing that run right at the line.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got him some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
It's a dime look defensively from the Panthers. Third down coming. They'll air it out on third. And the Panthers are just too much here. They're going to take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Pinheiro's kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Trevor Etienne to return this. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Panthers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself into rhythm, because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Here's Dowdle again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Young looking to throw. He brings it in. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, Young. Complete to Tremble. And he's able to get this down to the 36. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down, ball at the 36. Go with Dowdle on the run. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Slot man in motion right. Young to throw it. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. And that's going to be close to an outright disaster, Brock, because he winds up losing a ton of yards on the play.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back for a whole lot longer down in distance.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Sam Martin on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. Brings it in at the 12. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. So here come the 49ers on offense. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Even if it doesn't get the first down, you can't be mad about that play offensively. The sweep was executed really well. They won the race to the edge, and it netted a solid game.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Third and short, here's Purdy. Pearsall there to grab it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Dumped off to his running back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Young. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Young working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds him on the slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
1st down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Panther 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. The inside give to Dowdle. Middle was crowded, so he found some daylight outside. Look at that, that's a 9-yard gain. Give him 9 yards, he almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Up the middle, Hubbard. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. And it's the Panthers. With it, 1st and 10. Now it's Young. Complete out to the right side. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
He was brought down at the
You know,
26.
gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front. Gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Here's Young to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Fitzgerald sends this through. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The 49er offense headed out now late in the half. And with just under 40 seconds left to go, Brock, they can try a drive, but they got to hurry. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
He's back to throw. Short pass brought in. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Hubbard with a return here. Jukes away from one. Jukes another one. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. Carolina ready to get things started on offense to begin the 3rd. And they could take control in the 2nd half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They'll start on the ground. Dowdle dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Young. Completed over the middle. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take the lead right away in half number 2. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, and when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing, and as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7.
49ers 13.
Now Fitzgerald on the handle of the kickoff.
For Carolina.
Moore with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. They find themselves trailing 20-13 after that score. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
They put Bourne in motion right. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Finds him over the middle. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
No gain on the play.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Their punter making his way out now. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. He fields this at the 18. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Panthers and Xavier Legette with the football once again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Young throwing here. Setting up the running back screen. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's the give to Dowdle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Slot man in motion left. Looking to throw, Young. He gets this one to Horn. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Complete to Jimmy Horn Jr. It's a gain of 7. And this is third down.
Nickel set from the Niners on third down. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Tremble with the grab. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. From the gun, a run for Dowdle. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's another Panthers first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Carolina.
It's pretty obvious this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Young. That's McMillan with the catch out left. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Young's gonna throw it. 3rd and 2. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Tenaroa McMillan that time. So it's going to be 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They'll go, Dowdle. And the defense escapes. And a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 49ers to the line, 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They gain 14 on the play, and it brings up a San Francisco first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. He's got a man left. They're on him as he gets it up to the 47. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, Purdy to throw. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense is set, first and 10. They toss to McCaffrey, running left. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
From Little League football to the NFL, that is a play that a safety dreams of. Sees that toss play coming and is able to come downhill and knock it backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Running back sent in motion. From the gun is Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. Kittle makes the catch. He has the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. George Kittle, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro.
Extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers bring it back to even. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, this is ETN. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. 1st and 10. Here's a run to Dowdle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Hits him on the in route. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's good for a Panthers first down. A gain of 16 yards. And a Panther first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down, Young. Hits him on the out route. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That's another.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, Panthers.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the pistol, it's Young. Got it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the 49ers! At the 20. And San Francisco takes the return to the end zone. Touchdown! The 49ers capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Extra point try now from Pinheiro.
The extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Panthers 20.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Hubbard with a return here. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Panthers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's the backup, first throw. That pass complete to McMillan. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. The run with Dowdle. He gets it ahead and winds up with about 3. Diamador Lenore there on the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Into the hands of Leggett. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On the ground, Dowdle. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down. Following the play, one of the 49ers still pretty shaken up. Trainers getting out there to see what's wrong. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. On the ground again with Dowdle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Panthers first down. It's a gain of 6.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
They go play action on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
2nd and 3 now. On the play fake, he'll throw. Finds the football outside. And he takes this to the 38, so it's going to be 3rd and very short.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
He's going to keep this one. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
1st down, play action. He calls his own number again. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Panthers first down. A gain of 18 on the play. And a Panther first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
11 more yards.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Dalton. Oh, he's got it. It's in close.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted, but you got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
At the 5-yard line.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Dalton now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
It's 4th down and goal.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Panthers who have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Big field goal try coming up here for Ryan Fitzgerald. A very short kick here from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Moore with a return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, McCaffrey. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
At the 27-yard line.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap for Purdy. This one's quickly to Jennings. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They kick the running back in motion. On 3rd down, Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er first down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They stick with McCaffrey. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Such a cool picture right there of shock and shed. It's what these D tackles work on in the league. You got to shock that offensive blocker, you got to shed him, and you got to make that tackle for loss. Well done.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. A tight end in motion now. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They'll go with Dowdle on the run. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on 1st down.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Here's Dowdle again. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It's a 21-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
For a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Now Dalton. He brings it in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Panthers, first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Working inside the red zone. They'll set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
1st and goal. Here's Dowdle. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Up the middle, Hubbard. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Throwing here, Dalton. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired, but that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers push their lead to 3.
49ers 27.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Gorindo to return it. Things going well so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They strike for 23 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Finds him on the crossing route. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a 49er 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Complete to Kendrick Warren. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
A
big moment coming up for Eddie Pinheiro on this attempt. From the left hash, 34 yards away. Tracking for it, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, this is Etienne. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Panthers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's good for a Panthers 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Only took them 1 play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Here's the give to Dowdle. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Dalton looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
'49ers with an extra defensive back out there for this 3rd down play. 3rd and long for him here. Makes the catch, and he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. And not his best punt here. He drives it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. So here come the 49ers on offense. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. First down, Purdy to throw. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the gun is Purdy. He's got Bourne left side. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Purdy to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Purdy gonna look to run. Oh no, the ball is loose! And the Panthers get to that one! And this run's limited to a minimal gain up to about the 44.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Panthers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
13 yards on the play.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
To throw, here's Dalton. Brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Complete to Rico Dowdle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Panthers with a little more work to do to win it here. 2nd and 3 now. Here's Dalton to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. This one misses the tight end. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
To throw. Into the hands of Leggett. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
7-yard gain.
Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. He dodged the tackle. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw it. Gets this to Sanders. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Panthers.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Setting up the running back screen. Picked up by the 49ers. So they do take over after the fumble block, but they're doing so in a dangerous spot right near their own end zone.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for 2nd down.
Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line, get a good push, get a good gain, get some positive yards. Job well done.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Setting up to pass. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and that's a 49er first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Back to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoff. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Got to be able to make a stop, too. It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Hubbard with a return here. This makes it up to the 25. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. They'll start on the ground. Down. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Now, not much to be had on that first down, Brock. First couple of plays of overtime. How do you approach things?
SOS. And I'm not talking desperation. I'm talking about stay on schedule.
Overtime just getting started. Both teams are going to get a chance with the football here. We've got 2nd down. Counter play, Hubbard. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
This is cut downfield by Horn. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Dalton has it in close. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Motioning the tight end left. Throw is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line to gain.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Dalton. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. Second down. Hubbard quick on the draw. And the defense all over this run. Maybe got a yard there as he tried to bounce that one outside. Give him a 1-yard pickup there, but that's not going to help a ton. It's 3rd and 15.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Motioning him from the slot right. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Outright, Leggett makes the grab. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Big field goal try coming up here for Ryan Fitzgerald. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. It's good. The kick sails through. And the pressure now applied to that opposing sideline.
Okay, not a game winner, but it's a start. And now the pressure clearly swings to your defense as you're now a stop away from winning this game.
We'll see if their defense can hold now and finish off an overtime win as the kick is away. Moore with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. Their defense held at least a little, Brock, but the pressure is still on. They need a field goal to keep this game going or a touchdown to end it.
And I can promise you right now, lie detector test in that huddle, every single one of those guys have asked, says, I want a touchdown. I'm not even thinking of a field goal. That should be your mindset to go finish this game right now.
That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Here's Purdy to throw. He tucks it and takes off. This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, the spot's at the 37. It's going to be third down.
37-yard line.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. But a short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Purdy will sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of a yard. And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Purdy on first down. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
A 6-yard
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Need to at least get in range for a tying field goal. A touchdown obviously wins it. Here's second down. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He's got it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Second down now, they need 7. Sticking to the air here, it's Purdy. This one's quickly to Jennings. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Again, left side to McCaffrey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
First down, Purdy to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
All right, Brock, they've got the tying field goal in their pocket here, but they're playing for that win first. Here's second down. From the gun is Purdy. He'll try and run this. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
13 yards on the play. That's another 49er first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Purdy throwing here. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Short pass brought in. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers go up by a field goal. George Kittle, the touchdown! His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.